Welcome back everyone to more career mode gameplay of NASCAR Heat 5. In today's video, we're headed to Bristol. 65 laps of absolute fun. But before we can get to that, we need to take a look at a couple of things. We need to take care of our work on our cars. But let's first start with a look at the season standings. Now we know that we have been steadily climbing our way up through the standings. So let's hop over to the playoff standings. Look in the bottom right hand corner and see the folks who need points to get in. We notice Eric Jones is 18 points out of the final playoff spot as it currently sits. So if we come back over to the point standings, let's scroll down till we find him. So here we go. We saw Jimmy Johnson, Matty D, all these guys on the list, and there's Eric Jones. He is in 21st position with 120 points. If we keep going down until we find our car, we're in 24th at 110 points. So we're 10 points behind Eric Jones. So our next goal is to reach the point where we show up in the bottom right-hand corner of this page under needs points. That is our next goal. And from there, we will try to work our way eventually into the playoffs. So these are the type of moments that really make me think we've got a shot at this. We've already talked about it. We've looked at our car. We're not going to be able to get a fully upgraded car during this season. But I'm really starting to believe that we have a shot at making the playoffs. And races like today are where we really need to put a stamp on the season. We need a great finish at Bristol. So let's go ahead and get our work done. Again, I would love to auto-assign employees, but for whatever reason, that just doesn't seem to work at all. So we're going to go ahead and get these guys working. Now, there's no reason to have anybody working on these two. Those are already maxed out. So we're simply going to get everybody working on the others. Now, you notice car number 1 and 2, both of the Speedway chassis are essentially in the same shape, more or less. So it really doesn't matter a whole lot which one of these that we use. So let's go ahead and make sure we get everybody working. And sure enough, there you go. We're all set. We've got $2.2 million in the bank. And we are working our way toward our next upgrade, which, as things currently stand, will be the suspension. We'll be moving from 90 to 95 on that, unless I change my mind, because I'm really, really wanting to get that horsepower up. There is nothing more debilitating to a race car driver than to be passed on the straightaways when there's nothing you can do about it. It's one thing to think that you can just move up the track a little bit, get a little bit more momentum coming off the corner, gives you more speed on the straightaways, but we can't even do that at this point, which is why Bristol is so important. Bristol, there's no way to stay away from contact at this place. Ultimately, it's going to come down to whether or not we can manage the traffic. If we manage the traffic well, if we don't get hung up behind slower cars, then we can get a great finish. If we do get hung up, then who knows what might happen, or if we finish the race at all. So now everything is done. We need to select our car for today's race, which of course will be chassis number 3 for the short track. All right, folks, here we go. It is race time at Bristol. We'll be starting in the 14th position. I'm going to go ahead and hit continue and see. Yeah, we're going to be starting on the outside lane in 14th. Let's see what we've got. First things first, let's see how many laps are in stage number 1. Looks like 15 laps. All right.
Hold your line, got one inside.
I want to get down to the bottom for sure, but we're going to hang out here as long as we can make it work. Ooh, this might be our spot. Nope, not quite. There we go. Now we got a nice clear piece of track. I did make one adjustment to the setup, and that was for the gearing. Again, because we don't quite have all the horsepower.
Stay low, stay low.
41 wasn't giving us a whole lot of room there. So we're going to try to squeeze through here as best we can. Stay off of him and keep our speed up.
Careful, still there.
Can we make this pass happen? It's going to be tough Oh, a little
Still
help
there?
from behind there. From, I believe that's the one
All
car.
clear.
Yeah, there we go. We finally made it past.
Car there on the inside. Clear low, bud.
So I do, as much as I want to make some passes, I do still want to take care of our stuff. Because I'm not sure about a pit stop.
10 to go.
Normally we'd be making a pit stop at the end of stage 2. But depending on how we're running, we may not want to make a pit stop. So we'll see how it all
Stay on
works
the
out.
bottom.
I'm certainly not ruling it out. Car's handling just fine. Remember, we don't have
Stay low.
all the grip either, so we're not just down on horsepower, we're down on grip as well.
Inside. Low's clear. You got room. You're clear there.
All right, we've managed to get up to the top 10. So let's see how it goes. Remember, everything at Bristol really becomes clear when you get in traffic.
Hold your line. Got one inside.
Right now is where we find out what kind of speed we've got overall as we try to work our way through traffic. But ultimately, where you finish at Bristol is going to be determined by what you do in traffic. Not sure we're going to get into any traffic here in stage number 1. Oh, hello. One car. I did not see him coming. I'm actually focused heavily on the 6th car here to try to see what I can do with
5 to
him.
go. 5 to go.
We might have an opportunity for some stage points here. And if I'm correct, this would be our first opportunity of the season for stage points. But these guys in front of us are really fighting hard side by side. So we'll have to see, can I go high on him? Can I get under him? I'd like to get under him. But we may not have that option. All right, let's see if we can get the 18 going up here.
Stay high. Stay high.
I really don't want to go 3 wide here. Oh, I noticed our temperature coming on. I hadn't even paid attention to the
Careful.
temperature.
Still there. White flag. Next time by. Stay high up here.
All right, so we'll have to watch out for the temperature gauge.
Careful. Still there.
We are turning some RPMs, that's
White
for
flag,
sure.
Bring it home.
Normally I wouldn't put it in here quite this hard, but I'm trying to get this stage point.
Inside. That'll earn you.
Yeah, there we go. 9th position. I was expecting 10th to be our best opportunity, but we ended up 9th. All right, so hopefully I can remember that about the grill tape. All right, so tires, everything are perfectly fine. Fuel is certainly not an issue. So our first stage points of the year, and we got a couple of them. I'll take it. So now we got to continue to fight hard here in stage number 2, and then we got a decision to make about pitting.
Car high. Careful.
We are turning more RPM. I just had to sort of guess about the gearing. I knew we needed more.
Stay on the bottom here.
Ooh, watch out. I knew we needed some more RPMs because we're down on horsepower there, but
Inside. Clear low. Clear low.
I didn't know exactly how much, so apparently I have got more RPMs than we are prepared for
Careful. Still there.
with our grill tape.
You're all clear up top. Hold your line. Got one inside. All clear. Inside. Clear down low.
As long as I can get by with it, I'm going to try
Inside.
and diamond
You
these
got
corners.
room.
I know
Clear
these
there.
guys want to get to our inside there, and I may end up paying the price for this.
I need 10 more solid laps. Concentrate for me.
But I'm really trying hard to save some tire here. As much as it would be nice to continue moving forward in the field, what I really want to do is give ourselves the option for tires at the end of stage 2, meaning that we don't crush our tires here and really run the tires off the car so that we don't have to pit after this stage. Remember, these are very short races, very short stages, so it shouldn't be an issue unless I just get a little too aggressive and start sliding the car around too much. Letting the car wash up the track a little bit can certainly help those tires a little bit. Not being too aggressive on corner entry or corner exit with the throttle can also help. You'll hear me a lot of times on and off the gas a little bit in the center, then I come back off of it again, almost like they run Dover.
Got a car coming inside now. Clear low, bud.
But essentially what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to let the car rotate, and then as soon as I think it might be ready, I apply the gas and then just sort of see as a test how it does. If the car gets really tight when I get back to the gas, then I immediately get out of it.
Still there inside. Clear low,
All right, the 14 wrecked himself there. I was going to try to give him some room, but apparently he decided he got himself in over his head. Because I was literally just about to say that I'm going to move out of the way and let this 14 through since he's given us a lot of pressure. And we're inside the top 10. There was nobody behind us, so I was going to give him some room.
2 to go.
Also, I noticed that there was no caution for that. And I'm pretty sure we still have the cautions on. I don't remember for sure because it's not something that thankfully happens a lot in our races. But I really did think we had cautions turned on. But maybe they are just very, very liberal in their interpretation of what should be caution.
Top 10, that's
How about that? 8th position. Wow, the stage points are just rolling in for us this time. I love it. That's exactly what we need. Now, you can see tires perfectly fine. We're still above 90% on all 4 tires. The balance looks very good on the tires, so I'm going to stick right where we are. As much fun as it can be to try to come from behind at Bristol, it's all about points today, and I think our best shot is to stay where we are. Because we need these points.
Stay high up there. Inside.
Well, the good news for the 14 is he didn't lose any spots, it doesn't look like. Because he's still right here.
Still there.
And it looked in my rearview mirror when I saw him spinning, it looked like he completely spun out. But maybe he didn't. Who knows? You can see a lot of marks on the concrete there. So somebody has gone spinning a few times. Again, right now trying to be patient.
Inside.
Really want to get down to that bottom.
Car there on the
Poor Kyle
inside.
Busch has been hung up here on the high side for quite some time. And now it appears that we're going to spend a little time with him up here too.
Careful. Still there. Got a car coming inside now.
Yeah, right now we're just sort of the victim of getting the freight train treatment.
Hold your line. Got one inside.
But that's all right. Last thing you want to do is freak out. We're just going to bide our time. Looks like we got some room here behind the one car.
Still there.
And unfortunately, I see a 2x2 train forming back there. This is going to be the stage where we really start to get into traffic.
Still there.
We've seen a little bit of traffic here and there up until now, but it's always just been a few cars, a few back markers, but nobody really in a group. In a group is what we're going to see in this stage.
All right, clear outside. Car outside, hold your line. All right, you're clear there. Got one peeking outside.
All right, I was definitely clear of Kyle Busch there, but I had already determined my exit of the corner by the time I knew I was clear, so Just trying to be a little more on the safe side. Again, we're running in great shape. We've gotten stage points for the first time this season. We've gotten them in both stages, and we're running solidly in 11th position. So no reason to press the issue right now. Let's just see what the future brings as we get into this traffic. We've got plenty of laps left. But this is the kind of run I was hoping we could have at Bristol. Because Bristol is one of those places where you can be okay being down on power a little bit. If you can manage the traffic, you can be okay with that. Be nice and smooth. I think that was 20 laps he just said.
Stay high up there.
Ooh, we have definitely got... Okay, here's our first train. We got a slow car up in front, and he's got some guys hung with him on the outside. Let's see if we can take advantage of this. Yeah, the 38 car is holding some guys up, although they have had opportunities to get down and get around him. They just haven't chosen to do it. You can see they're still up there behind him. All right, here's some more cars. Oh, no, the 49 just dropped down right in front of me there.
Stay low. Car outside, hold your line.
Again, trying to tiptoe our way through here, because now we got a lot of slower cars here. I see the 14 car on the outside of 3 wide. That was almost a big mess.
Outside.
Oh, Bobby Carter is slowing things down on the inside groove.
You're all clear up top.
It was very nice of the 49 car to get out of the way.
Clear
All right, so it finally worked itself out for the moment. We find ourselves in 8th position, so we pick up several spots along the way. I like it.
Careful, still there. You got room, you're clear there.
All right, so now it looks like we got a little bit of open space. So I see, of course, the 14 right in front of us. I see the 22 up there. Obviously, those are going to be lead lap cars. And looking even farther in front of that, I see a little bit of side-by-side action. But again, we don't see the 2 or 3 wide trains that we found here at this track so many times in the future. Or excuse me, in the past, I should say. So I'm liking it right now. If you can keep those lap cars, if you can keep them all spread out. All right, I chose the high side. Am I going to regret this is the question. I believe the answer is yes.
Still there. Got a car coming inside now.
All right, the 22 should be able to get by the 51.
10 to go. Stay high up there.
Yeah, there we go. That's what I was expecting to happen at first.
Clear low.
Didn't quite happen as quickly as I wanted it to.
Careful, still there.
22 got hung behind
You're clear there.
the 43. We'll take advantage of that. This track is just so fun. You get into a rhythm lap after lap, and it's hard to imagine having much more fun than you have at Bristol. Especially if you have a car that's doing what you need it to do. Because this car is nice and stable for me. All right, here we go. Another train. So what do I need to do here? I have no idea which way to go. I see fast cars and slow cars no matter where I look.
Clear high, clear high. Hold your line, got one outside.
Looks like outside might actually be where I want to be.
5 to go, 5 to go.
Apologize to the 9 car there. Sorry, Chase, I did not intend to get into you, but The 62 slowed down way more than I expected, and that caused a little bit of casual contact, as they say.
Coming inside now. You got room. You're clear.
You're clear. That's exactly what I want to hear. All right, so the lap's winding down now. They've really gone by a lot quicker than I thought. I haven't been looking at the laps in quite some time, and we're down to the end. 3 laps to go. Last time I looked at the lap timer, we were on about 20 to go.
Got a car coming inside now. You're clear all around there. White flag.
Really good drive off. Anytime at Bristol you can get back to the throttle hard on corner exit and not have to worry about spinning the tires or getting really loose,
Hold your line, got one inside.
then you're in good shape.
Clear down low. White flag is in the air.
All right, here we go. White flag. Ooh, I was really going to try to go. Oh, look out.
Outside, outside.
Yikes, this is a mess coming to the checkered flag.
Careful, still there. Your sponsor
Woo,
will be
okay,
completely
we
into the
survived.
top 10.
No huge collisions, and we come home 7th. So stage points in stage 1 and stage 2, and an amazing finish. This is the best we could have hoped for. This is better than I thought we were going to get. I thought we would do good, and I thought we had an outside chance at a top 10 if things went well, but certainly I didn't think that we were going to be this consistently running inside the top 10. This was awesome. And as usual, there's going to be contact at Bristol, but none of it was terrible. You know, things just happen at Bristol, and things just happen in NASCAR Heat 5 with the AI, but we earned another $900,000. This time, $917,000. Again, most of that comes from the merchandise payout. So the merch saves the day once again. Imagine for a moment if our merch payout was on par with our race earnings, our race purse and our sponsor payout. Imagine how much time it would take you to fully upgrade a car. Yikes. That would take forever. I mean, we'd be doing these series, you'd be like, okay, in season number 27, as in our way of, fully upgrading a car, I mean, it would be forever to make that happen. One of these days, somebody needs to do the math on that real quick and see how long that would actually take. Just assuming you're making like $900,000 a race, see how long it would take to get enough money to fully upgrade a Cup car. Wow. All right, so fastest lap, 15.5 from Brad K. I think our qualifying time was just under a 16 flat, like a 15.98 or a 15.95, something like that. So we're still a good 5 to 6 tenths off of the leaders. But again, this is not bad. At a short track like here or Martinsville, this is where we have to make our points. This is where we have to make our big leaps and get the great finishes. And sure enough, that's exactly what we were able to do today. So that's going to do it for today. Thank you so much for everyone that is joining me. Hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. And stay tuned for next time when we will continue our career mode series of NASCAR Heat 5.